Civil Engineering, Elements of Remote Sensing Section 1. Question 1. Which one of the following statements is correct? A. Snow albedo falls at all wavelength with the increase of grain size. B. The effect of grain size on reflection is maximum in the near region. C. The effect of grain size on reflection is low in the visible region of the spectrum. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 2. The refractive index of the ocean water. A. Increases with salinity. B. Increases with temperature. C. Decreases with salinity. D. Decreases with temperature.
The correct answer is option A, increases with salinity.
Question 3. The arrangement of terrain features which provides attributes, the shape, size and texture of objects, is called A. Spectral variation. B. Spatial variation. C. Temporal variation. D. None of these.
The correct answer is option B, spatial variation.
Question 4. Electromagnetic radiation. A. Produces a time-varying magnetic field and vice versa. B. Once generated, remains self-propagating. C. Is capable to travel across space. D. Consists of magnetic and electric fields. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 5. Pick up the important characteristic of a target which facilitates its identification from the following. A. Spectral variation. B. Spatial variation. C. Temporal variation. D. Polarization variation. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 6. Which one of the following frequency regions is a part of Sun's radiation? A. Ultraviolet frequency region. B. Visible frequency region. C. Infrared frequency region. D. Radio frequency region. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 7. The instruments which provide electromagnetic radiation of specified wavelength or a band of wavelengths to illuminate the Earth's surface, are called A. Sensors. B. Passive sensors. C. Active sensors. D. None of these.
The correct answer is option C, active sensors.
Question 8. Due to perturbation of the orbit, satellite orbit parameters are frequently updated on measurements carried out by its A. 6 ground stations. B. 5 ground stations. C. 4 ground stations. D. 3 ground stations.
The correct answer is option B, 5 ground stations.
Question 9. Coherence of two electromagnetic waves takes place if their phase difference is A. Constant in time. B. Constant in space. C. Constant in time and space. D. None of these.
The correct answer is option C, constant in time and space.
Question 10. The part radiation due to scattered, diffused radiation entering the field of view of a remote sensor other than that from the required target. A. Reduces the contrast of the image and also its sharpness. B. Increases the contrast of the image but reduces the sharpness. C. Increases both the contrast and sharpness. D. Reduces the contrast but increases the sharpness.
The correct answer is option A, reduces the contrast of the image and also its sharpness.
Question 11. Which one of the following residual biases involves the GPS accuracy? A. Satellite-dependent biases due to uncertainty in the orbital parameters of the satellite. B. Receiver-dependent biases due to clock stability with line. C. Signal propagation biases due to the sphere and troposphere propagation. D. All the above.
The correct answer is option D, all of these.
Question 12. Pick up the correct definition from the following with response to GIS. A. Common boundary between two areas of a locality is known as adjacency. B. The area features which are wholly contained within another area feature is known so containment. C. The geometric property which describes the linkage between line features is defined as connectivity. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D, all of these.
Question 13. Which one of the following errors is produced by platform characteristics of the sensor? A. Altitude variation. B. Altitude. C. Orbit drift. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D, all of these.
Question 14. The coherence length over which there is a strong relationship between amplitudes is A. Directly proportional to the bandwidth. B. Inversely proportional to the bandwidth. C. The square of the bandwidth. D. None of these.
The correct answer is option B, inversely proportional to the bandwidth.
Question 15. Which one of the following statements is correct regarding the GPS satellites? A. The nominal altitude is about 200 kilometers. B. The inclination of axis satellite is 55 degrees. C. The satellite transmits two L-band signals L1 with 1575.42 MHz and L2 with 1276.6 MHz. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D, all of these.
Question 16. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. Indian space effort started in 1962 with the establishment of a rocket. B. Development of space DOS was established by the Government of India in 1972. C. Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO is responsible for the space technology and its application to various activities. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 17. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. The distance between two successive crests or troughs of a wave is called the wavelength. B. The wavelength is measured in meters and a fraction of a meter. C. The wavelength is generally denoted by D. The length of the crest from the midpoint is called amplitude. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 18. The basic requirement of any sensor system is A. Radiometric resolution. B. Spatial resolution. C. Spectral resolution. D. Temporal resolution. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 19. Which one of the following helps to identify the objects on the Earth's surface? A. Atmospheric window. B. Signature. C. Radiometric error. D. None of these.
The correct answer is option B, signature.
Question 20. The spectral region of the electromagnetic radiation which passes through the atmosphere without much attenuation is known as A. Ozone hole. B. Atmospheric window. C. Ozone window. D. Black hole.
The correct answer is option B, atmospheric window.
Question 21. Which one of the following statements is correct? A. During the day, Earth reflects solar radiation. B. During the day, Earth reflects both solar radiation and the emission from its surface. C. During the night, Earth emits radiation from its surface. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 22. The value of energy quantum for radiation of any frequency is proportional to A. The frequency. B. The reciprocal of the energy. C. The square of the frequency. D. The square root of the frequency.
The correct answer is option A, the frequency.
Question 23. A perfectly black body. A. Is a diffuse emitter. B. Absorbs all the radiations of every wavelengths. C. Emits power of every wavelength. D. All the above.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 24. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. When the electric field oscillates in the direction of the electric vector, a plane polarized wave is formed. B. When the electric vector is in the plane of incidence, vertical polarization is formed. C. When the electric vector is at right angles to the plane of incidence, horizontal polarization wave is formed. D. The plane containing the incident ray and normal to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence is called the plane of incidence. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 25. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. Phase of a wave is expressed as a fraction of a period with respect to a reference. B. Phase is usually specified by angular measure with one period being 360 degrees. C. The reference for finding the phase of a wave is taken from the previous passage through zero from the negative to the positive direction. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 26. A and B are two towers of equal height diametrically opposite on either side of the nadir point, at 3 km and 5 km distances. Which one of the following statements is correct? A. Height displacement of A will be less than that of B. B. Height displacement of B will be less than that of A. C. Height displacement of A and B is equal. D. Height displacement of A and B will be towards each other.
The correct answer is option A. Height displacement of A will be less than that of B.
Question 27. Remote sensing techniques makes use of the properties of emitted, reflected or diffracted by the sensed objects. A. Electric waves. B. Sound waves. C. Electromagnetic waves. D. Wind waves.
The correct answer is option C. Electromagnetic waves.
Question 28. Which one of the following parameters is accurate for DGPS? A. Positional accuracies 1 to 2 meters if rover is less than 1 to 2 kilometers from the reference station. B. Positional accuracies 2 to 5 meters if rover is less than 25 FM from the reference station. C. Positional accuracies 5 to 10 meters if rover is less than 5 to 10 kilometers from reference station. D. Positional accuracies 5 to 10 meters if rover is less than 25 kilometers.
The correct answer is option A. Positional accuracies 1 to 2 m if rover is less than 1 to 2 kilometers from the reference station.
Question 29. The most widely used antenna in GPS is A. Parabolid antenna. B. Microstrip antenna. C. Horn antenna. D. Slotted antenna.
The correct answer is option B. Microstrip antenna.
Question 30. Which one of the following statements regarding remote sensing is correct? A. The interaction of the electromagnetic radiation with the target. B. The emission of electromagnetic radiation from the target. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A nor B.
The correct answer is option C. Both A and B.
Question 31. An electromagnetic wave falls onto a boundary between two lossless homogeneous media with different refractive indices. A part of the wave is reflected back to the incident medium and the rest is transmitted onto the second media. This phenomenon is known as A. Fresnel reflection, B. Fresnel refraction, C. Snell's law, D. None of these.
The correct answer is option B, atmospheric window.
Question 32. Which one the following is a correct statement? A. The vertical section of the soil extending into the parent material is called profile. B. The layers of the soil parallel to the Earth's surface are called horizons. C. The transitional layer between two adjoining horizons is called boundary. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 33. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. Topology describes the geometric characteristic of objects which do not change under transformations and are independent of any coordinate system. B. Topological characteristics of an object are independent of scale measurement. C. The three elements of topology are adjacency, containment, and connectivity. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 34. Which one of the following parameters is considered to determine the reflectance of a vegetation canopy? A. Solar zenith angle, B. Azimuth angle, C. Look angle, D. Number and arrangement of leaves, E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 35. A reduction of nitrogen nutrient in plants. A. Affects leaf color. B. Reduces pigment concentration. C. Increase the visible reflectivity. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 36. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. The surface defined by the locus of points having same phase is called a wavefront. B. The wave whose surface of constant phase are parallel planes is known as a plane wave. C. The relative phase difference between the waves is important and not the absolute phase of a point on the wave. D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 37. Leaf reflactance depends primarily on A. The pigments, B. Internal cell structure, C. Equivalent water content, D. All of these.
The correct answer is option D. All of these.
Question 38. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. The ratio of the upflux and downflux just above the snow surface is called albedo. B. Spectral albedo of snow is calculated for the semi-infinite snow thickness. C. Water equivalent height of snow is the height of water column obtained by melting snow. D. A homogeneous snowpack is one whose average grain size does not vary with depth. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 39. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. Permeability is a measure of conducting the magnetic lines of force in the material. B. Permeability is a measure of the extent to which magnetic lines of force can penetrate a medium. C. Permeability is expressed as the ratio of the magnetic flux density B to the field strength of the magnetizing field. D. The force between the magnetic poles is inversely proportional to the permeability of the medium. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Question 40. Pick up the correct statement from the following. A. In remote sensing technique, the observation place is called a platform. B. Platforms may be either stationary or mobile. C. Spatial resolution of the imaging system becomes poorer with increase of platform height. D. Area coverage of the imaging system increases with the increase of the platform altitude. E. All of these.
The correct answer is option E. All of these.
Thanks for watching. Please comment, like and share. Please comment, like and share.